Have you ever wondered why some people over 60 look vibrant, energetic, and youthful, while others seem to age rapidly? It's not always genetics. In fact, one of the most overlooked factors is your morning routine. That's right, the small habits you do after waking up could be either lotion bottle supporting your body's repair process, or hourglass not done slowly speeding up aging at the cellular level. As we age, our metabolism slows, hormone levels shift, and recovery takes longer. That's why mornings are no longer something to just rush through. Your body needs a gentler, smarter approach to start the day. And in this video, we're going to uncover 5 specific morning habits that, if not addressed, can silently make you look and feel older than you are. But first, let's understand the science behind why your morning matters more than ever after 60. Medical symbol. Here's what changes: cortisol levels spike in the morning, which affects blood pressure, blood sugar, and even memory. Hydration is lowest right after waking, and that impacts skin, joints, and kidney function. Your body has been fasting overnight, meaning your cells are looking for nutrients, or suffering without them. If your first 90 minutes are filled with the wrong choices, like skipping water, overloading caffeine, or slouching in front of a screen, it sets off a chain reaction for inflammation, fatigue, and even visible signs of aging like wrinkles, saggy skin, and brain fog. But don't worry, we'll walk you through each of these habits step by step. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to change in your morning, and what to do instead to feel fresher, younger, and more energized every single day. Let's start with one of the biggest mistakes seniors make in the morning, and most don't even realize it. Skipping water. Sounds simple, right? But this one habit can dramatically accelerate aging. Here's why: after 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body wakes up in a mildly dehydrated state. Your cells are thirsty. Your joints are stiff. Your brain, made up of 75% water, is slower to function. But what do many people do first? They reach for coffee, check their phone, or skip fluids entirely. That means your body starts the day in a deficit, increasing the load on your kidneys, heart, skin, and even your brain. Hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. For seniors, it helps lubricate joints and prevent stiffness. Flush toxins from the bladder and prostate. Improve skin elasticity, which fights wrinkles. Boost brain clarity and reduce confusion or fogginess. And here's something many don't know: even 1% dehydration can reduce cognitive function, slow reaction time, and elevate blood pressure. So what should you do? White heavy checkmark. Within 10 minutes of waking, drink a full glass of room temperature water. Bonus if you add a few drops of lemon or a pinch of Himalayan salt, both help replenish lost electrolytes. And don't worry, if you're dealing with frequent urination at night, this morning water won't make it worse. In fact, it may help balance bladder signals and reduce irritation if done consistently. Here's a silent energy killer that affects millions of seniors, and many don't know it's happening. It's the habit of eating a high-carb, low-protein breakfast. Or worse, skipping breakfast altogether. Cereal, toast, fruit juice, these may seem light and healthy, but in reality, they create blood sugar spikes and crashes. Here's what happens: you get a quick burst of energy. Then by mid-morning, fatigue, hunger, brain fog, cravings for sugar or caffeine. Why? Because without protein, your body doesn't build or repair muscle, accelerating muscle loss, a major cause of falls in seniors. Struggles to control blood sugar, increasing the risk of prediabetes. Feels hungrier sooner, leading to overeating later in the day. Misses a chance to support prostate and heart health, both of which benefit from morning protein intake. And here's a surprising fact: pushpin seniors actually need more protein per pound of body weight than younger adults, not less. So, if your breakfast has zero protein, your body enters the day with no building blocks for strength, immunity, or healing. That's why doctors now recommend getting at least 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 2 hours of waking. It doesn't have to be complicated: scrambled eggs with spinach, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, a protein shake with berries, or even a small serving of leftover grilled chicken or lentils. This one shift can stabilize your energy, support your muscles, and reduce midday slumps. It's a habit almost every senior does without thinking. You wake up and immediately rush to the bathroom, barely out of bed for 10 seconds before you're on your feet. But here's what's risky: after 6 to 8 hours of lying down, your blood pressure is lower, your muscles are stiff, and your balance is not fully awake yet. Standing up too quickly, especially in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, can lead to sudden dizziness or vertigo, a drop in blood pressure known as orthostatic hypotension, and most dangerously, falls. Falls are the #1 cause of injury in adults over 65, and often, it starts with that first step out of bed. But here's the good news: just 60 seconds of stretching and breathing in bed can make a huge difference. Here's a simple morning routine to follow before your feet touch the floor. Lie on your back, take 3 deep belly breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Stretch your arms up overhead and gently wiggle your toes. Pull one knee to your chest, then the other, and hold for 10 seconds. Sit up slowly, plant your feet on the floor, and wait 10 seconds before standing. This tiny routine signals your brain that it's time to switch on. Prepares your blood vessels to handle standing. Warms up your joints and muscles. Lowers your fall risk by up to 30%, according to geriatric studies. In fact, some hospitals even train senior patients to do this before they ever leave the bed. So remember, before you rush to the bathroom, give your body just 1 minute to prepare. It may prevent a serious injury, and set the tone for a steadier, safer day. Let's talk about one of the most common yet overlooked habits that's silently damaging your health after 60. It's sitting too long, especially after eating. Now, don't get me wrong, resting is important. But long, uninterrupted periods of sitting, particularly right after meals, can wreak havoc on your body. Here's why: after you eat, your body redirects blood to the digestive system to help break down food. But when you remain seated or slouched for too long, you slow down digestion, circulation, and metabolism. What can this lead to? Bloating and constipation. Acid reflux or heartburn. Increased blood sugar spikes, especially dangerous for diabetics. Greater risk of blood clots in your legs. And over time, even muscle wasting and joint stiffness. According to the American Heart Association, prolonged sitting is now considered the new smoking. Even if you exercise daily, sitting for long stretches can undo many of the benefits. So what should you do? It's not about eliminating rest, it's about breaking up the stillness. After every meal, try this simple rule: 3 o'clock, sit 20, move 5. Sit and rest for 20 minutes, then get up and move gently for 5 minutes. Walk around the room or your garden. Do some light standing stretches. March in place near the sofa. Even just washing a few dishes or tidying a corner of the room counts. These tiny movements activate your leg muscles, improve blood circulation, and help your body process blood sugar and food more efficiently. And don't forget, regular movement prevents stiffness, reduces arthritis flare-ups, and helps lower your fall risk over time. So, after your meals today, resist the urge to sink into the couch for hours. Your body was made to move, even just a little at a time. Let's talk about a habit many seniors pick up without even realizing how risky it is. It usually starts with this thought: if I drink less water, maybe I won't have to wake up at night to pee. But here's the truth: while it might seem like a good solution, drinking less water, especially throughout the day, can lead to serious health problems. Droplet hydration is crucial after 60. As we age, our sense of thirst weakens, which means seniors often drink less water than they need, and dehydration becomes a silent danger. What happens when you restrict fluids too much? Your urine becomes concentrated, which irritates the bladder lining and increases urgency. Bladder infections and UTIs become more likely. Kidney function suffers over time. Constipation worsens, which can press against the bladder. And ironically, it can make nocturia, nighttime urination, worse, not better. You see, when your body is dehydrated during the day, it tries to regain fluid balance at night, pulling water from tissues and increasing nighttime urine output. So you wake up to pee. Again. So what's the better strategy? White heavy checkmark: hydrate smartly, not excessively. Here's how: drink most of your fluids before 6 to 7 p.m. Sip steadily through the day, not in large gulps. Include water-rich foods like cucumbers, soups, and oranges. And don't water load before bed. Stop fluids 2 hours before sleeping. And if you're dealing with enlarged prostate or overactive bladder, talk to your doctor, because cutting back on water is not the solution. Remember, your bladder isn't meant to run on empty. Keeping it well flushed and hydrated helps it work better, and keeps your kidneys, digestion, and brain healthier too. Let's bring it all together. If you're over 60 and constantly waking up at night to pee, you're not alone. But you don't have to accept it as your new normal. Tonight, before you sleep, think back on these 5 habits. Stop sign number 1, drinking tea or coffee too late. Even decaf has compounds that stimulate your bladder. Cut it off by early afternoon. Stop sign number 2, eating salty or sugary snacks after dinner. They sneakily pull water into your bladder and trigger thirst, a double blow. Stop sign number 3, lying down immediately after dinner. Your kidneys ramp up urine production, and gravity helps it fill your bladder faster. Stop sign number 4, ignoring an overactive bladder or enlarged prostate. It's not just age. There are real solutions available, but you need to speak up. Stop sign number 5, skipping water to avoid peeing. It actually makes it worse by irritating your bladder and overloading your kidneys at night. Now here's what to do instead. White heavy checkmark: cut off caffeine after 2 p.m. White heavy checkmark: limit salty snacks and sugar in the evening. White heavy checkmark: walk for 10 to 15 minutes after dinner to help digestion. White heavy checkmark: talk to your doctor about bladder support or prostate treatments. White heavy checkmark: drink water during the day, not before bed. And remember, your bladder is talking to you. Frequent nighttime urination could be a simple fix, or it might be your body warning you about something deeper. Either way, taking action today can mean better sleep, a healthier bladder, and a better life tomorrow. You deserve that.